Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's Mindset Monday. Thank you so much for coming and sharing some time with me. I appreciate and love you all. Today's video, we're going to talk about how to allow yourself to move into action now, right? How to stop procrastinating, how to stop putting those things off, how to move past the fear and the doubt of the unknown, okay? So, have you ever been somewhere, seen something, heard something, got so excited about it immediately, promised yourself you're going to do it, you're going to get it done, you're going to take that leap, you were really, really excited to have this thing happen? And then some time passed, maybe an hour, maybe two, maybe a day or so, maybe even a week, and you find yourself not as excited, talking yourself out of it, finding all the reasons about why you can't do it, why it can't get done. You know, you were insane for even thinking about it. Like, I felt that way. I have listened and attended seminars. Let's take Bob Proctor, for example, right? Really love Bob Proctor. And I attended one of his seminars, and he extended an offer, as they usually do, right? As those speakers normally do. Extended an offer, and I was like, I can do that. I can knock that out. It's fine, It wasn't a big monetary investment, It was just time and hard work and maybe a little bit of discomfort. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to pull the trigger. And I went ahead immediately. I invested the monies needed to get it done. And then, like, day 3, I was just like, this is stupid. Why did I even do this? I shouldn't have done this. It was such a waste. Why did I think that I could accomplish this thing, XYZ, whatever it may have been? And it came around again. I got the opportunity again to do it. And when I did it the second go round, I was successful. I finished it and I got it done. But I had to think to myself, why is it that I allowed myself to not push forward, right? To not complete it the first go round? What is it that stopped me? And I realized it was my own self. It was my own thinking. It was my own mind, right? When you get initially excited about something, when you're in the moment, especially when you're surrounded by other people, you feed off that excitement. You feed off that energy. Everything else goes to the wayside. All those other doubters, it goes to the wayside, right? But when you have a moment to sit down and your mind starts mulling over and thinking what it is that you're about to do, one, it's scary because you've never done it before, right? So now here goes your mind kicking in, the savior, right? It has to save you from the pain and the heartache, right? It has to save you the time that you are about to invest and put into this thing, right? It's going to save you from the anguish that you may experience if it doesn't go right? Because what it's doing, what your mind is doing, what your thought process is doing, what your logical side is doing, is thinking about of all the other times where you got excited about something and it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to turn out. And now there's a trigger that's there in your mind that always sets off and is like, nope, you can't do this. Nope, how dare you think you can do that? Just sit back and let it go, right? It's your own self. Not to mention, if you share it with other people, whether it's your friends, your family, your spouse, your coworkers, people on social media, because they've never done it and they don't understand it, they're not going to be able to encourage you. They cannot give you what it is that they don't have. So now they're also saying to you, you're crazy. How dare you think that you can do this, right? Or if you've ever wanted to accomplish something, but you keep putting it off and saying, you know what, I'll do this when, right? Or I'll go visit this or I'll start this when, okay? That when is never going to come because it's going to keep getting pushed back. That timeline is always going to keep getting pushed back because, again, that's your mind, that's your trigger, that's your mechanism kicking in to save you, right? And sometimes we don't even realize this. We don't even realize that it's a coping mechanism that we have to talk down in silence, right? So the difference between me completing the the task that I wanted to with Bob Proctor the second time and me giving up on myself the first time, the difference was I decided to stay committed to myself. I realized rather, and then made a decision, but I realized that the reason why I gave up on myself is because it's easier to just let it go and not finish it and not accomplish it and just say, you know what, it didn't work out, right? It was too hard. It was too difficult. I ran out of time. I had a scheduling conflict, right? It was easier for me just to say that and then keep pushing it off because now I don't have to rise to the occasion. Because when you know better, a piece of you now desires to do better. And if you are not authentic to that piece of you, now here you are talking yourself down. You have guilt, you have fear, whatever it is that you're dealing with, right? So it's a matter of keeping that promise to yourself, loving yourself enough to say, I'm going to stay committed to myself. I'm going to see this thing through. I'm going to move into radical action now, right? The other difference between the second time when I completed it and the first time when I gave up was I was more engaged. So you have to keep that energetic momentum going. When you get excited about something or you have an inspired idea about something, you have to start acting on it now, immediately, so you can start to build that momentum train. Remember, I've mentioned this in the past. You can't just be going on a path this way, right? Going on a path that way, and then slam on brakes and expect to be able to turn around and go the other way. It doesn't work that way. I had to train myself. I had to train my thoughts and say, you know what? I can accomplish this thing. I can have what it is that I want. It is a minor investment, but it's a major investment at the same time, because once it was completed, I felt so accomplished. I felt so good. I felt I could do anything, right? And isn't that normally how you feel when you finally face what it is that you're unsure about? When you finally accomplish the thing that you want to do, doesn't it feel great to accomplish it, no matter how it turns out, whether it's spectacular or not? You see, I'm not working with Bob Proctor right now, so hey, but I still got a benefit out of the second go round. I still had a benefit. I'm able to come and share these thoughts with you now, right? It actually helped me kick off my Mindset Monday 3 years ago, right? Just having that whole mentality of how powerful our thoughts are. But it doesn't matter whether or not it's a positive or a negative or a win or a lesson. It doesn't matter. It matters that you completed it. It matters that you finished it. There's so many people who talk themselves out of things, who procrastinate against things, never accomplish it. And then when it's too late, whether when they get sick or they're on their deathbed or they're hurt and now they can't accomplish the things that they want, now they're full of regret. Now the regret is eating them. So the pain of not accomplishing and not fulfilling and not being true and not holding the promise to yourself is way worse than the pain that you may go through of being uncomfortable or facing the unknown. So many people are just like, you know what? That's outside my comfort zone. It's outside the norm. It's not what I normally would do. Nobody in my immediate circle has done it. So how do I know that I even can accomplish it? Or maybe I've tried to do it many times and my resources have fallen through, or the person that I was expecting to help me didn't assist me with that. Screw them. Screw it. Now you at least know what it is that you don't want to do. At least now you know what not to do. You know not who to tell your business. You know who not to partner with. You know that you have to stay laser focused on you. Because if you're not laser focused on yourself, on your desires, on your wills, on your gumptions, no one else is going to be, right? The way on how to overcome the self-doubt, the procrastination, the fear, the stagnant energy is to recognize the things that hold you back, make a decision that those things are no longer going to hold you back. When you see those things creeping up, you transmute those thoughts and that energy into radical action. You move it into something that's going to benefit you immediately. You make that phone call. You sign that contract. You make that investment. You take that leap You do what it is that you need to do to help solidify it. And then every day, tell yourself that you're not going to give up on you. You put yourself first, put yourself on the line, and you love yourself enough to go ahead and move forward with it, right? Because again, your mind and your thought are beautiful when they serve you, but they're horrible when they master you. You must master your thoughts. You must master your mind and your brain, and master the knowledge that you have of yourself. Master the knowledge that you have of your own inner beings and desires and the possibilities that are out there for you. It's just waiting for you to make a commitment and for you to say yes, right? Take that actionable and say yes and move into radical action and get it done, because the time is now. There is no tomorrow. There is no later. There is no when. There is no until. The time is now. That's all that we have. Okay, wealthy family, thank you so much for sharing some time with me. That is it for our Mindset Monday today. Look forward to new updates on my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess.com. Be sure that if you subscribe, you confirm your email address. I need that confirmation in order to send you those updated emails, okay? Until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love. Peace.